What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network weekly recap where we catch you up on the biggest news from the past week that you might have missed. In this week's top stories, bad DCEU news coming according to a prominent YouTuber, Wonder Woman 2 finds its villain, we got a first look at Shazam in full costume, Fox announces a brand new slate of Marvel movies, and Avengers Infinity War coming sooner. In that top story, it might sound a little weird, like literally I know how it sounded when I read that off, but according to a prominent YouTuber in the comics scene, there is some bad news coming for the DCEU in the next few months. That YouTuber is John Campea, best known for his work with AMC Movie Talk and Collider, but who's now of course back on his own channel. In an episode of his live series Open Mic, in which he talks to viewers and answers questions, he revealed that he had discovered something about WB and the DCEU that would cause people to lose their minds. Let's check out the quote. Earlier today, I found out something regarding Warner Brothers and the DC Cinematic Universe that I know is 100% true, and if I were to say what it is, people would lose their banana minds, and not in a good way. It's going to come out eventually. I don't know if it's going to come out in a month, or 3 months, or 5 months, and here's the thing. I ain't gonna say what it is. I'm not in the scoop game. What exactly Campea is talking about here, we don't exactly know, but many were quick to look at other recent info he's dropped, from Affleck's displeasure with the Batman movie, which has now been widely substantiated, to Jake Gyllenhaal meeting with Matt Reeves, and assumed he was talking about the Batman film again. Personally, I doubt Campea was just talking out of his ass. I mean, he has been right on some things before, so brace yourselves, but what exactly this is and when exactly we'll find out about it, we don't know. It might just be something about Wonder Woman 2, because he is definitely not a fan of Gal Gadot in that role, so it could be something as simple as a plot point he doesn't like. We'll just have to wait and see. Speaking of Wonder Woman, in our next story, Wonder Woman 2 might have found its villain. Earlier this week, that hashtag show released an exclusive that the film's main villain would be Barbara Minerva, aka Cheetah, an archaeologist granted superhuman abilities and razor-sharp claws in a ritual with the god Kartaga. They also revealed that WB initially had offered that role to Emma Stone, but she of course passed, and then on Wednesday, Deadline dropped a massive scoop and confirmed that the actress currently in negotiations for the part is Kristen Wiig. Definitely wouldn't have been my first choice for the role, but around the industry, reactions to this news have actually been incredibly positive, with a lot of people noting that some of the best comic book movie performances in history have been castings that we initially doubted. I mean, just look at Heath Ledger's work before The Dark Knight. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I mean, the fan reaction has been a little bit more mixed. I think a lot more people are just looking at her work on SNL and thinking of her strictly comedically. Some people are looking at her work on Ghostbusters and are still not fans of her for that. But again, Wiig is just in negotiations, but Deadline says that's expected to move really quickly. Sticking in the DCEU, this week also gave us our first full look at Zachary Levi in the Shazam costume. But believe it or not, that revelation was not from official channels. Instead, we got our first look at Levi in the suit from a set photo. The suit itself seems like a combination of the original suit, classic bright red, and the new 52 suit, as the hero's white cape has a hood on it, just like that incarnation. We don't get to see the front of the suit and the symbol, and it's too far away to get a really good look at the texture, but it seems really kind of interestingly classic and simple compared to the other DCEU suits. I mean, it honestly reminds me of Captain America's Avengers suit, which personally I'm not a huge fan of, but for a character like Shazam, I think it works a lot better. In the photo, we also get a look at Mark Strong's Dr. Sivana, standing just to the left in a fairly normal-looking fur-collared leather jacket. The whole scene actually was an open set, and it looks like it takes place in a Christmas village set up inside a shopping mall, which gives us a clue that the movie might just take place during the holidays, but you never know. Jumping over to 20th Century Fox and their Marvel Universe, that seems to be going, stronger than ever, even after they were acquired by Disney a few months ago. Obviously, that purchase, worth something like $60 billion, is going to take a while to clear regulatory agencies and get government approval, probably between 12 and 18 months. But during that time, it doesn't look like Fox is slowing down their Marvel films at all. On the contrary, according to The Hollywood Reporter, development is full speed ahead, and the company actually has really bold plans for the future, with 3 films planned for next year and 3 more for 2020. We don't know what all these films are. I mean, looking at next year, it's going to be New Mutants after that was pushed back, and maybe even X-Force if filming wraps in time. Filming, of course, on that movie is set to begin this fall. In 2020, one of those films could be the newly announced Silver Surfer movie from Brian K. Vaughan, and another maybe, Noah Hawley's Doctor Doom film. At the end of the day, though, the questions remain. If the Disney deal clears the regulatory process by the end of this year, or June of 2019, or even somewhere in between, if these projects are still in development, how are they going to work them into the Marvel Universe? And if not, are they just going to kind of like mothball them? That's a question that I don't think anyone in the world has right now, even the folks at Marvel and Fox. But speaking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you might have heard this one already. Avengers Infinity War is going to be here sooner than anyone was expecting. In a really funny Twitter exchange, Robert Downey Jr. tweeted at Marvel Studios and asked if he could see the film early, which of course they said yes to, which then became him asking if his friends could see the film early, when then the whole world, to which Marvel ultimately said yes and unveiled a new release date of April 27th. Despite this being a really cute and kind of novel way to unveil the film's new release date, it's actually a really savvy move from Marvel, and one that's the result of a couple other notable date shifts around Infinity War. First things first, Solo: A Star Wars Story was set to debut on May 24th, just 3 weeks after Avengers 4, but complicating things further, Deadpool 2 was set to hit theaters just a week after that on June 1st. But Fox made their own bold move and moved Deadpool up to May 18th, a week before Solo and 2 weeks after Infinity War, putting kind of a cap on Infinity War's box office dominance. Now, because Infinity War is moving up to April 27th, it gives the movie basically 3 weeks unchallenged before Deadpool hits theaters. The movie will also now open on the same day worldwide, which is really rare for Marvel because typically Europe and the UK get the film several days early. Let us know what you think about Infinity War's new release date and all of our stories today in the comment section down below. But that's it for the weekly recap this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com or our gaming channel at HN Gaming. But if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.